All right, so like our past goes back to high school.
Yeah.
We played sports together, or no, middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah,
And probably park ball before that, too.
yeah. I don't remember much about park ball, but definitely with 8th grade, I went to North Mobile County,
Mm-hmm.
and that was when we started like kind of hanging out a little bit, and then high school.
Yeah.
But and then after high school, graduated. You went, your career path after that. We talked a little bit. I think it was like HVAC or something.
Yeah, I worked doing HVAC in a little bit during high school, and then whenever I graduated, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like, no clue.
You knew a little bit. Like, I remember, like, in high school, like, you were doing it was kind of funny. Like, honestly, I was probably one of the people who, like, made jokes or said something like, what's this dude doing? But when we were in high school, it wasn't, like, people didn't film themselves doing stuff.
No.
But, so, like, your film journey and, like, content, like, all kind of started then with your hunting videos and stuff. I remember you posted on, like, Snapchat or, Facebook, whatever it was then.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what I wanted to do. I mean, I always joked with my daddy. They'd ask me what I wanted to do for a living. I told them I wanted to hunt for a living.
Yeah.
And they was like, you can't hunt for a living, son. You're never going to be able to do that. And so my dad got me, I still have it sitting on my desk at home, but it's this little bitty camera. I'm talking about it's like that long, and it goes onto your bow, your gun, or anything. And that was the first camera I ever had. And I mean, I was taking that thing around with me.
They
everywhere.
didn't have like GoPros or anything like that. It was just must have been like the first little mock-up of something like that.
Yeah, and he got me that, and I was filming myself, and I'd post it here and there, and I got ripped for it in high school.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ripped for it. And I mean, I get it. I mean, it probably was kind of weird. Wasn't nobody doing that.
Yeah.
But I knew that I wanted to run a camera and produce hunting content. Like, that's what I knew I wanted to do that, but I didn't really know the path to get there. Like, I didn't know anything about that.
And hunting was just a hobby, but do you think it was more, like you said, you wanted to hunt for a career? You think it was more like hunting for a career because you liked hunting, or your career base really evolved or you revolved around the filming and stuff?
Well, so I knew I wanted to hunt for a living, meaning I knew I loved to hunt, and I just didn't know the route to get there would be through film. And I knew I liked to film hunts and stuff, but it wasn't until, I was playing around with that stuff in middle school, but it wasn't until high school that I started to really say, okay, well, my route towards wanting to hunt for a living can be through film and producing stuff like that.
And because you had like a little background, because I remember too now, like the little reenactment stuff that you were doing with your grandpa. I think I went to one or two of them or something when we were younger.
Yeah.
But so it was like kind of like a both, because we played sports and stuff together too. So that was a hobby, that was a passion. And most kids, they're active in sport, like they want to go play sports or do something like that. But you had that background for hunting and stuff. But I think it was more evolved around the film stuff. And then after high school, you didn't know what you wanted to do. And what got you back into going like from HVAC? Were you still doing the video stuff throughout all the HVAC
Yeah,
stuff?
just for fun. Not having no good camera equipment because I didn't really have I worked, but it wasn't like, no crazy income. But I remember whenever I got my first like big boy job, where I was making decent money, making, $1,000 a week. And I was like, well, I'm going to use some of it to get me a computer to edit on. And then I bought a big camera, like huge camera, like run off of tapes, like big camera though.
Dang.
And I toted that thing around everywhere and started filming stuff and editing it. And it was just for fun.
Stuff?
Well, hunting stuff.
Okay.
And then I was, after we graduated, it was like, Facebook was big, Instagram was popping, and started posting my hunting stuff. And then one of my buddies, he texted me and was like, have you ever thought about doing weddings? And I was like, no, I had never thought about that. And that was before weddings were, like, wedding videography was big,
Yeah.
He was like, you ever thought about doing that? And I was like, no. I was like, but I probably could. And I reached out to some brides, and I think I shot my first one, dude, for like $350.
Dang.
And
what's it at now? Like average cost?
like $3,500.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
they got a deal.
and I
don't know how good it was, but
it was. I mean, I went back and watched it and was like, for my first one, it really was not that bad.
Yeah.
But once I'd done that one, it was like, and I posted it, it popped off. Like I was not expecting that, and people like reacted to it, and I just hadn't stopped doing them from since then. I mean.
Yeah, but you also had like careers in the film stuff before.
Yeah. So, well, I would say that was all about around the same time.
Yeah.
Around the same time that I started doing weddings, I started doing some like freelance videography work, like in the outdoor industry space.
And who all did you do like all that?
My first one was Gary Finch Outdoors. He was like a local guy. He's on like WKRG.
Yeah.
Doing that, and then the next one was through Realtree. I done stuff for.
And that was like a big
oh yeah,
break.
yeah. I mean that was like me working with Adam Sanders. I met Adam through that. And we went everywhere. I mean, we went to Colorado.
That was probably when you got a real taste of like, okay, between that and like the weddings, it's probably like a real taste of, okay, I can make money doing this.
Yeah.
So
and I was single too. I was single, and whenever I started doing that, I was working at AM&S. So like I had that job, and so I had the money. I didn't have no kids. I was able to travel on my off days filming, and that's really when I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a different life though. I mean, it's hard to maintain.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of people that do it now. It's crazy to see like the track of it. Like companies now bring in like whole marketing teams and stuff. And I remember I not met you. I seen you at a wedding, and then you brought it up, and I was like, I remember talking to Trip about it. I was like, I'm not like, I can't pay somebody just to do marketing, filming stuff like. And then we kind of talked a little bit, more after that. And I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, like you want to be seen, you want to grow, like you've got to get out there somewhere. And I had, one of the girls here at the front desk kind of doing some stuff like on phone video, and it was decent. She did a good job. We had a little camera and stuff like that, and she did good. I think she had a little background, as far as like photography and stuff. And wanted to learn some of it. And so it kind of like opened the door for that. I mean, you kind of started talking a little bit more about it, and ended up where it all worked out and everything. And I mean, since then, like your track here, what kind of lay like your track out here, how it's been?
Yeah, so, well, starting with that. So like I met you at the wedding, and something just told me that day. I was like, hey, you need to tell him that, if he's ever looking for it, to let you know.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I can't remember. That was Maggie's wedding. I can't remember. Yeah. Hers was in like May, and we were on the boat for the 4th. I mean, not for the 4th, but for the Blue Angels. And I checked my phone, and you had messaged me on Facebook, and you told me to call you. Yeah. And I thought my stomach dropped straight to my butt. I knew. I said I knew what that was about, and I told Britt. I said I showed it to Britt, and she was like, "Well, you gonna call him?" And I called you. Like the next day or that evening on the way home or whatever.
I probably didn't answer, did I?
No, you did. We talked. Yeah, we talked. And I got off the phone with you and was just like, I mean, it was kind of one of those things like where like, what, how it's going to go. And, so then, I mean, long story short, I started here in September. That was July. Started in September. And then, from September to, I don't know, May, working in-house here at Southern Response, doing all things media marketing, whether it's, content creation, website management, digital marketing, ad campaigns and all that.
Some of the stuff you had to do here is like, I remember we were going over like job descriptions and stuff, and it was like trying to figure everything out. You handle like everything now, like even like our sponsorships and stuff like that. You've done a couple billboards from us, doing our wrap designs on our vehicles. It's way more than, like when you're looking at it and you don't have that marketing piece, you're like, somebody come in here and film stuff and post stuff. Yeah, but you can use so much more. Like you do all our merch, like everything now, keep up with stuff. Like it's become a whole like task. And now I'm looking at them like, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have them. I don't want to do all that stuff. I have to figure out the T-shirts and when to order them and dealing with all that stuff. So it's become like a whole thing. And then the cool piece about it is, so many people like, I get phone calls all the time, or I'll go see somebody I hadn't seen in a long time. Like, man, your stuff looks really good. You know, who's doing your stuff? Who's doing your stuff? And then we started getting clients that we're working with now in business, and you know, they're reaching out like, hey, could you come do this for me? Could we swap out some work? Could we do this? Could we do that? And then we've had opportunities where, you know, we've needed to get some stuff, so it's all worked out good. So we kind of swapped some stuff out, and then you had people reaching out to you from seeing what you do here, and then that piece where we, you know, kind of come together to realize, okay, we could probably make this another little business. And then so that's where SRS Media Group come in, which we just opened up and started going with that. Just a little bit about that, like. What's the journey on that since we started?
Well, it's been wide open. I mean, I told you that whenever we started, I was going to hit the ground running, you know, and it's been wide open, you know, from going from just Southern Response to Southern Response on top and plus like 6 more right now.
Yeah.
It's busy, you know, I've been busy, but I'm thankful for the business, and it's been great. Just, I've been watching you and Misty and everybody else in here that does a little bit of sales, and I'm having to go out and, you know, and sell to these potential clients, which that's something that I hadn't ever done per se. You know, I haven't never actually went out and done that full swing, but
well, when you're real and authentic and you love what you do and you believe in what you do, it's easy. It's a conversation that you're having with somebody, and if they believe in what you're saying, then, you know, it's a given. You know, you just have to make them understand, like, this is what I'm offering, and then this is what I can do for you, and then after that, you know, it's up to them. But sales, when you're passionate about what you do, it's easy.
Yeah.
You just talk about what you do and the benefits of it.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely one thing, is I can for sure say that I might not be the best salesman, but I can be passionate about it, you know, and I feel like they see that too, you know, potential clients, they see that I'm passionate about it. And I think that they know too that I'm going to take care of them, you know, I'm going to take care and make sure it's done right.
And then metrics and numbers mean everything. So, I mean, when you can take what we did before and then what you did, you know, not even a full year, you know, here at Southern Response, it's very easy to sell. And you can, like, you know, hey, here's the numbers, this is the analytics, this is what it is. This is what I can do for you. You know, I'm offering, we have different packages that we offer, but, you know, one of them is the same thing basically that you do here to an extent, like not all the extra stuff. Yeah. We could do it if you want, but, you know, it's easy to sell when you can show them on a piece of paper, like, this is what I've done. This is how I do it.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I can do for you. And just the media piece of it. Like, if you're a company and you want to grow and be active, you've got to be seen. Like, you know, word of mouth is great. It's only going to get you so far.
Yeah.
If you're trying to grow and really excel and do something big, you've got to be out there. And a lot of people don't understand it. You're getting a lot of people, you know, more like our age and stuff that are in business, a little bit older than us, that understand it. You know, they want that piece of it. A lot of these old school guys, you know, they're kind of content with where they're at. They're maybe looking at exit plans, but even if you're looking at exit plan, you still want your company to be known, recognized, and seen. So I mean, people need to see inside a company more. I think that's the biggest marketing piece that we do here, is showing our team. Like, if we do any video, like I can post all the videos I want of me, you know, talking or trip, whoever, and it'll do good. But when we start showing the team and like things like that, like what it's like being in here, it makes people see and feel, you know, what it is, like little glimpses of inside the office. And I mean, we have fun, but it's serious at times. Right. But we have fun.
Yeah, I tell people, you know, that's one thing that I say whenever I'm going in to talk to these people is I mean, even if you're not wanting to grow per se, even if you can't take on any more work, you can't take anything else. It's just like the credibility and having the digital footprint nowadays. You know, if somebody might not go on Google and type you in, somebody just might go to Facebook and search your Facebook page, and if you don't have a Facebook page at all, or if you have one that's not even active, you know, it's kind of like a credibility thing too.
Websites are generic too. Like I'm not gonna say everybody. 90% of companies at least have a website,
Right.
but it's not up to date. Like ours was old. We just revamped it like right before you come. But ours was old, out of date. Somebody gets on there, it's like we're doing so many more things than what's on our websites. And then, younger generation, like people's first go-to. I know if I look up a company, I'm going to, I'm probably on Facebook already. So I'm going to just type their name in there. I want to see like what it is, like what they're posting, what they're doing and stuff. So, I mean, the credibility piece of it, like it's going to organically bring in leads and stuff like that. People are going to see, what you're posting, what you're doing. They're going to want to work with you. If you're a good company, you represent and stand for good things, you take care of your employees, they're going to want to do business with you. And you're also attracting people. Like we get messages all the time where people want to come work with us because they see the environment that we provide.
Exactly.
And that was a huge thing for me. Like when I don't want to have to run an ad. Like there's certain positions like you run an ad for and try to hire. But I mean, we've hired the last two people, or not the last one, a couple of positions just off of people who have seen or like heard about us or whatever from our social media. And that piece of it is something, I've always said I want to build something that people can feel the value in, and they'll, knocking on the door to come work with us.
Right.
I'm not having to go out here and message people and do all the, run around that it takes to hire people they can see. And it even relates to like our candidates and stuff, like the people who we're employing. They're able to see, like we do things for them. We catch on film. We don't get everything, but they're able to see too. And people work differently depending on who they're working for. And if you treat them good and take care of them, like they're going to work good for you 90% of the time.
Right. I mean, that just goes down to, how they are in the back. When somebody walks in the door, the first thing they see is our Bible verse above the desk, and then we've got a pretty welcoming team back there. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like, when you walk in our door, you're going to be taken care of. And then from a digital perspective, you see how we are online.
Yeah, it's been good. And getting the SRS Media Group, getting it going and stuff. I know like that's like one of your big things when you come on is you wanted to have a team that you were able to lead, and just doing this, like we'd have to grow Southern Response to be able to have like a full like marketing team. I still, because it sounds good, like I say our marketing team because it sounds good. Our marketing team is Dayton, and he does 500 things, but it should be a team. He just handles it really well. But this gives an opportunity for you, to be able to create a team, and it's another source of income, for the company to provide, more jobs for. So I'm super excited about that, and just seeing your passion in that has been, cool. Like nobody's having to tell you what to do. Like you're going out and getting it and doing all the things.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I enjoy about it is I didn't know. Well, so that's crazy because, a year ago today I was sitting in a pulpit that I've been sitting in for years at work, and I've been trying to find a way to do media full time and just never could. Nobody would ever give me a chance to. I went to interviews, and either like the pay wasn't right or the place wasn't in the right place. And, I tried to get on the media team there at my old job, and they told me that I wasn't qualified. And that crushes your spirit. You just feel like in that moment I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to
hang it up.
I'm just going to sit in here and just, work this job and go home. And now, looking back then, if you would have told me that I'd be where I was at today, I would have said, no, there ain't no way. But it's been, it's been good. And I'm looking forward to building the SRS Media Group and having a team one day that is like-minded and can do things the way that I, want them to be done. And, just service the clients that I've got and build more along the way.
Yeah. And it's cool because, we're only, how far are we?
Like a month and a half.
Like a month and a half. And we're we're already getting to a point where we're kind of like extending you and talking about possibilities of adding someone on that team with you. Just to see the hustle and the drive. You don't get many people to come in and, take care of something and treat it like that and, really want to grow it. But, I mean, I think that's what we do as a company, as companies in a whole. We try to give everybody that ownership, like take ownership of it. Like the harder you work, the more you're going to make. That you do this, like opportunities are endless, let's go out and get it and do something with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm definitely gonna go out and get it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to be behind the camera. I mean, that's my, like going out to a job site and filming stuff now, dude. I get so excited. I get that one shot. I'm like, man, this rig is gonna be fire.
It's good too because like, I mean, I get in these little slumps and stuff where I'm not like I don't want to do something or I don't have time to do something in meetings, whatever, all over the place. It's kind of hard to nail me down, and like you'll take that initiative to just shoot the video yourself or to do something or to grab somebody else and do it. And so to be able to do that is good. Like not a lot of people will do that. Like they'll just sit around and just wait and wait for somebody to tell them what to do. So that's good, like perspective for me. If I'm not there or can't do it, like it still needs to be done.
It's gonna get taken care of.
Somebody needs to do it and get taken care of. And you're always coming with new ideas. Like just it's been good. I didn't realize from a business owner standpoint how important and how much these things are needed until you like actually do it.
Yeah, until you have it and you see the traction that's coming in from it. And
now I'm like, oh my God, I'd be lost.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you think that way, bro.
Job security.
Yeah. Because I do not want to go backwards, huh?
Yeah, but it's been good. I love having you here. Like the energy you bring, like the team, like they get it. Most of them get excited, when they can see themselves, on camera and stuff. Their family gets excited. It's just good. Tons of positivity from all the stuff we've been doing and putting out there. But I'm excited to see where SRS Media Group goes and to see how you grow it and what you do with it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. It's like, I don't know. It's a dream come true. I mean, for me, I'm able to be at home with my wife and kid. Every night, and then like yesterday, I work from home, and I was thinking yesterday evening, I was like, man, I'm ready to go back to work tomorrow. And that's just because like I know what I have to do today, and I know that I enjoy it, and I like, knowing that I'm keeping my clients happy that I have now. Like. Delta South and Bowen and Pro Shop, it just knowing how they feel about the work that I'm doing for them is just, I really like that. I really like for them to be happy with it. So
when you're that like invested in what you do and love what you do, the gratification that comes from people when they're thankful or they're just they see the value in what you're offering, that it makes you feel good and it just makes you want to go out and do it for more people.
Oh yeah.
And it's not about the money at that point. Like it's about how the service that you provide and how you're representing their companies and making them look and the credibility you're adding to it. I mean, there's so many factors of it that make it more than the paycheck you get on Friday.
Right.
And then, same thing for me. Like I love what we do. The money is a benefit of it, but it's just something that I enjoy every single day when I walk into this door.
Right.
I like the people we have. Like everything just feels good. And then on top of it, I love every aspect about what we do and who we do it with.
Yeah.
But
we're definitely building a team. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but building a team to where we want to be. Building it up, and we have goals within Southern Response. And it feels weird for me to say that, it's like I say Southern Response and SRS Media Group, but I'm still like, I feel like I'm still.
Yeah, that was the biggest piece. Like, employment wise, you're working with the other company, but it still like feels the same because you're, kept it in house, like all the same things.
Yeah.
Everything still feels the same, but we're getting able to pursue something bigger, something more.
Right. Yeah, we're able to go out and do more. Like you said, we were already going out to these clients and shooting stuff at their sites, scratching each other's backs, but now we're able to really do it now.
So. And it's something that you enjoy, and like you'll get the ownership that you're taking of it. You know, like when you create that team, to know something that you're helping build and do, like when we start adding team members to it and stuff, like you'll have the same gratification like I do when we hire somebody new in here, or just the people that we have in here. Like you're helping these people do something that they love with people that they love, and also be able to take care and provide for their families and, you know, live a good life.
Right. Yeah, that's huge.
That gratification, like that's the biggest piece of what I get to do every single day.
Right. Yeah. Well, you do a good job at it, buddy.
Yeah. But I appreciate you sitting with me. I love having you here. I love excited to see what you make of it and what we can do together.
Me too. Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and maybe we can sit down and talk SRS Media Group here soon. We'll have our own little podcast set up and do that.
Yeah, there we go. Well, let's go make some sales.
Let's do it, son.